Hello and welcome everyone to the Flashback Cup top 16 between Mirumoto Kai and Djinncito. I'm just going to take a quick look at the deck list for the players. Djinncito is playing Crane and basically has all the good stuff. Considering this is the Flashback Cup, this is core only, so you basically slot all the good stuff you can find out of from the cores. You try to avoid bringing the bad neutrals on the Dynasty side and just stuff it full with the best from the Dynasty side. And Djinncito has chosen to play Dragon Splash with Fury and Tattoo Wanderer. We also has to keep in mind that this is before the restricted list, so we see both Charge and Mirumoto's Fury. And on the Dragon side, we see Mirumoto Kai, and we see him on Crab Splash, and we do see also Nathan Master, Charge, and Fury in his list. I'm just gonna have a quick go. Alright, Alright, hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hey man, welcome. The password is 1.
One?
Yeah.
I tried 1, 2, 3, and I was wrong. I guess I was a little over-exuberant.
Yeah. Alright, so they're already into the game. This is a Flashback Cup game, so you know the rules for that, I assume? Ooh.
3 core only.
Yeah. Oops, that's not the right button. That's the right button. Good.
Oh.
They've just started.
Did you go through the list and...
I mean, it's a core only list, so like the Dynasty side is going to be basically shove everything that's not the bad neutrals in there, as many copies as you can.
Fair. Does Mirumoto Kai run like Seppen, Guardsmen and stuff? I know that Kingsley was doing that by the end of 3 core.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. He has the Otomo Courtier, which is fine.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I ran that guy as well. I ran that girl as well.
Alright. As we get into the game here, we see that... I'm just gonna have a quick look here. There was 4 mulligans in the Dynasty side from Djinncito, and 2 mulligans on the Dynasty side from Mirumoto Kai. And Djinncito...
I wonder what... Sorry.
So Djinncito...
I wonder what Djinncito was looking for.
Anything that wasn't what he found, probably.
He was probably like hard mulliganing for a Kacha scout, right?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Because still, Dragon still has the restorations, obviously. Oh, I broke this. Let's see. Alright, cool. I enlarged the playing field too much. Alright, you're into the game to watch what's going on. We see a very uninteresting start, really. We see Cautious Scout bought, and response is Swordsmith, and then we see a Whisperer bought, everything with 1 fate. I'm guessing Mirumoto Kai is going to fish for the Cloud of Mine to stop the Cautious Scout from scouting the restorations.
That makes sense. It's kind of famous for bidding 1, right?
Oh.
At the game.
Wow. So we see Djinncito bid 2 against 5 here. I was really expecting everyone to just go ahead and bid 5. Okay. To be fair, it has been a long time since core. I might be just completely out of touch.
In core, we were 5 all the time. It took a while for everyone to realize that you need to bid 5 every time, but...
I wonder if this sort of like a Djinncito did keep his entire conflict hand after mulligan. Maybe he just have pure gas, and he doesn't want to have to worry about dodging resto here.
He's also running 3 assassinations, so It could just be that he's like giving himself a bit of an honor buffer to assassinate this swordsmith.
Oh yeah, that is true. Three assassinations is still very much on the heavy side, even in core.
Yeah.
Alright, so we do see Cautious Scout not get clouded, which is an interesting turn of events. The swordsmith found an ancestral daisho, which is neat. It's going to be basically card advantage the rest of this game, because there's very limited attachment control from the Crane player. In fact, there is none unless he runs Mystics.
Mystics.
Yeah, no Mystics. So there's no attachment hate from the Crane player, which is interesting.
He's also running Dragon Splash, but just with Tattooed Wanderers.
Oh yeah, but that's because Tattooed Wanderers are great.
Yeah.
Okay, so Manicured Gardens gets hit, and that is blanked for the Dragon player. And we see a defense from the Swordsmith and the Daisho attached to the Swordsmith. Alright, it's a fair start to the whole game.
Yeah, I would actually consider not even defending this and then just attacking Void.
Yeah, that's a reasonable line of play. I'm guessing he's sort of banking on Djinncito not having a assassination here. He does run a couple of conflict characters, though. Of course, he runs 3 Tattooed Wanderers, and he also runs the... there's the assassination.
There you go, yeah.
He also runs the Ambushers, right? 3 of them.
Oh, cool, yeah.
They're...
I've seen that guy.
They're okay. Like, they're very medium. When you don't have access to Skirmishers, they're a very fine replacement.
They're totally okay. They're, I played one against Akachiko once and felt good about it.
I've had them played against my Lions Pride Brawlers. They feel less good. They're a super medium conflict character in my opinion. If they were a 1-cost 1/1 body with that ability, they would be amazing.
Yeah, they'd be amazing then, yeah.
And I'd honestly think they would be a lot more worth it if they blanked for the entire phase rather than just the conflict.
If they were like a conflict character, Cloud Domain, like a limited one, that'd be pretty cool.
But as they are now, they're just medium. They're quickly getting pushed out by better cards like the Skirmishers.
And once Skirmisher came out, like I think everyone just switched over from Ambusher to Skirmisher.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. I see the odd Ambusher here and there as sort of like a spice to the deck at some points, but it's okay. Alright, so the first conflict got very interesting very quickly. We saw an assassinate onto the Swordsmith, and that was responded by a Mirumoto's Fury, and that meant the conflict was a push. And now we see Mirumoto Kai play a Tattooed Wanderer with 1 Fate, and is about to attack Void, it seems. Probably a military Void, because, hey, what's the Doji Whisperer going to do, really? And also we...
I really like the Void Ring here. I think it's really powerful.
Yeah. It's very true. We also got to see that Djinncito actually expended a Banzai before he got Furied, so that was a pretty expensive conflict for him, considering he drew less cards as well.
Yeah, he's already has like 4 to 8 cards, so...
Yeah. It's not the ideal position to be in, especially since he didn't find Resto on the first attack. Alright, so we do see a defense here. The Whisper does defend, and Shameful gets triggered.
And just force shame. The conflict's over.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, never mind.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting. Charge is a thing when it's not restricted.
Everyone ran charge.
Yeah, when it's not restricted, everyone ran charge.
But Dragon less than most people. 3 charges.
I'm sorry, you're cutting out a little bit, but yeah, I mean, Dragon was on charge for a long time because, like, charging a Neaten Master, charging a Yokuni, copying a Neaten Master already in play, I was just a really stupidly strong play, to be honest.
It really was. Oh, and then he Furied.
Yes, so again, we end with a push? No, we do not, because the Whisper was still standing. So the Whisper had a massive military skill of 1 and actually did win the defense in that conflict.
This has been an expensive turn for Djinncito, though.
Oh yeah,
he has 1 card left.
He's very low on cards. I think he's just desperately trying to find Resto here.
Yeah.
And he doesn't.
And it doesn't happen.
If he has a fan, though, if he has a fan in hand, this is perfectly reasonable. If he can break, oh no, never mind. He doesn't have a fan. Yeah, if he could have broken Shameful out of this, he would have been in a sort of like decent position. Now he's not so great. At least he still has the Cautious Scout still on the table. So, and he actually gets to go first, I believe. Or
it looks like Mirumoto. No, he's going first. You're right, because yeah,
it hadn't swapped over yet. So he gets to go first, and if he can find Resto, I mean, he's probably going to slam a 5-bit here regardless, because he doesn't add direct laser Shigenya from the opponent. Never mind, the Doom Shigenya comes and saves the day. But if Kai doesn't find a Cloud of Mind, he could easily poke up the one more province and either be, safe from Resto the entire game because he's already flipped it, or just knowing where Resto is.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that completely. I mean, this is a pretty good flop for Djinncito as well. The Doji Challenger does a lot here.
Yeah, it's a bit of an expensive flop, though. Like, I think he kind of wishes he would have banked more Fate for this flop, but it is what it is. If he can keep something like the Challenger or the Guest of Honor still there for the next turn, I think he could be in a good position if he doesn't have to expend the Fate he has left in his pool.
I agree with that. He's probably going to go... Well, he's going to buy this Investigator, right?
Oh yeah, he's going to buy... I'm thinking he's definitely... Oh, he buys the Courtier.
Never mind.
I'm guessing he...
Is he just scared of the Challenger?
That's actually a reasonable point, but just attack Challenger and pull in the Investigator on military. Yeah, okay, I can see that. Wow,
This is a good read by Kai.
That's actually a pretty... That's a much lower bid from Djinncito than I'd imagine. To be fair, though, the power level of the conflict cards are somewhat lower in core only than they are in 2 cycles in. But I'm still a bit surprised by this. If
you still have For Shame, you still have Fury, you still have Charge. Like, there's a lot of really good cards that you want.
Yeah.
Honor Pressure really that real?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I played Lion in core, and early on from Lion it was heavily theorized that Lion wants to bid like 1 lower than your opponent at all times. Is that an entrenched position? Huh.
Because he's running Rally on box then.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Well, yeah, that totally makes sense. Yeah, I completely forgot how bad the provinces were.
Playing in this cup, I was like reminded fairly often how bad the
Alright, so he actually goes in and he completely dodges Resto. So, okay, his bid makes perfect sense. He's going to try and flip 1 more province. And he finds a province that's pretty great for him at his situation. It's not too unheard of that he can probably engineer a win here and pull someone in, still win, and then bow someone without Fate in the outside of the conflict. This is an excellent ring choice from the Crane player here, in my opinion. The question is, will we see any defense from Kai, or is he just gonna count on? All right, so no defense. He's going to count on the Crane player actually pulling something in. And this is going to make it a lot more difficult for the Crane player to do anything, because he only has 4 cards. The chance that he's found a Way of the Crane or another coin games of his own is not too great. Alright, so we're gonna... Okay. We do see the... Shizuka Toshi, this Crane Stronghold, held back, which is an excellent play, to be honest, because he still wins the conflict. He bows out the Doom Shigenya. The Otomo Courtier cannot attack because he doesn't have the favor, right? And he's already done his political attack, so this Otomo Courtier is going to do nothing for this turn. Absolutely nothing. Oh wow, this is really aggressive. So the Cautious Scout pushes for air military onto Restorations of Balance. We know this is Restorations of Balance by now. It is going to be blanked by the Cautious Scout, and it's probably going to be broken by the Cautious Scout. I'm honestly still a little bit surprised that he went for the Restoration of Balance here. I would have probably tried and go for Shameful Display. Shameful Display is just a much nicer province to break than Restorations of Balance. And I don't know, you kind of have to assume that he can't respond with anything. I mean, he could have conflict characters, but dropping a Ambusher or another Tattooed Wanderer is perhaps not something you desperately want to do here. Anyway, Djinncito does break Restorations of Balance, and he wins the air ring, and Kai loses 1 for unopposed, and then Djinncito steals 1 with the air ring. And now we see Ambusher dropped, so he did have a conflict character. So now he actually gets to do an attack at least. Arash, did I lose you completely? I'm just gonna have a quick look. Hello? Oh, right. Alright, so the Ambusher attacks and finds Rally to the Cause with the Earth Ring. And this is a very strong ring here because the Crane player is so low on cards. But of course, as one would expect, Shizuka Toshi bows out the Ambusher first action after Rally to the Cause has flipped the conflict over to political. This would force the Dragon player to play another conflict character in order to have something standing, which he does not either have or choose not to do. Alright, so we're in a situation where the Dragon player has a very minuscule board, 3 honor, and a province broken, whereas the Crane player has a decent board and has Kakita Asami showing. This is actually very interesting because Kakita Asami here could make a huge difference. Oh, hello? I hear you cutting in and out.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, welcome back. I think the Crane is going to try and shut this down on Dishonor.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I agree with you that going after Shameful Display would have been better because knowing where Restoration is breaking it. It's like you can just have the rest of the and breaking Shameful, like breaking Man is not going to be hard.
Yeah, you're kind of cutting out again, but I got most of that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I think it might be lag on someone's end. It might be my end.
It actually probably is my end, to be perfectly honest. is a really good flop for Djinncito too. The Kakira Asami is going to help him with this honor pressure. He gets another. That doesn't do much here, but the Brash Samurai is really nice.
Yeah, Brash Samurai is excellent. Is one of the truly great 2-cost cards. Oh, and we do see 1 bid, so Dishonor Pressure is definitely on, but the Dragon player has a very decently sized hand, so I'm guessing this is the turn where he needs to make stuff happen.
Yeah. Well, this turn I think he attacks fire with the Investigator on Rally.
Yeah.
Putting money on the Water Ring? No. You're to have to go with the Investigator before he doji challengers you.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true. I think that's correct. He goes fire with the Investigator, and he probably fates onto. I'd probably fate onto the Void Ring or something, because you're not worried about the Void Ring hitting your Investigator with 3 fate on him. Not
That's
really.
true. That's a much better choice. You're right. It does give him. Well, I guess it's just giving him 1 fate either way.
Yeah, because the water and air ring are potentially game-winning rings instead. Water ring because you can bow out and then force him to have an unopposed afterwards, and the air ring because, hey, it steals honor. So
With an assassin Asami, he could just close out the game right now.
yeah, that's very true.
We'll find out if he has him assassinate soon.
Yeah, he has bid very low, but he also runs 3 assassinates, so it makes sense. Alright, so finally both passes in the draw phase, and we now go into conflict phase, and both just instantly passes. We'll see if it actually, if it is the firing going in here. I think that's a very good choice. The firing onto Rally with Investigator. Otherwise, the Investigator is not going to do anything anyway because Challenger. So
it kind of sucks to give money as with the Investigator, but you have to do it in this case, I think.
oh yeah, what's he gonna do with the money if he doesn't have any cards to spend it on?
Yeah, and using the Investigator when the opponent is 1 bidding and has only 5 cards is super clutch.
Yeah. It always feels good to be Dragon in that situation. Alright, so it is political fire on Rally. And we get to see whether or not Djinncito defends this at all. If he's going to defend this... Oh, he does not defend it. I'm guessing...
He passes, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Because he's kind of banking on going Asami, Air, and probably assassinating whatever the defense is. At some point.
He better have 2 assassinates.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, but...
and he does put it on the Void Ring.
Yeah. It's the worst ring for the Crane player in this situation. It's kind of the ring you want to bait the Crane player into grabbing.
If they went Void instead of either of those other 2.
Yeah. Alright, so we do get to see the Crane player's hand here, so we get to sort of like figure out if he's just dead, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Here you probably honor the so that he can defend a political conflict? Or would you rather dishonor Asami?
I'd rather dishonor Asami. Honestly. Because that just limits the ability for Asami to trigger her ability as well.
Yeah, that's true. Man, Djinncito must have a good hand.
Yeah,
this is taking a long time.
Yeah, I'm guessing that he's probably watching... He might be seeing like a double assassinate... I don't know, double assassinate, fan... and another dishonor effect, like for shame or a court games or something.
Yeah. Or it could be, it could honestly be like a Paul rival and or something. Political rival. Okay, let's see. Oh,
Ah, so double Wanderer, Assassination, Banzai, Noble Sack. So both Noble Sack and the Wanderers and the Assassination are dangerous in this situation because the Wanderers can easily means unopposed.
it means that this is the last attack that Mirumoto is doing, unless he has a conflict character.
Yeah, and I would see what he does with his firing. Like me personally, I would go for Dishonor Asami. But if Kai is really worried about getting dishonored out this turn, he should probably honor the Otomo Courtier instead.
Yeah.
But if he thinks he can just survive this turn and live to the next one, and have the next, yeah, okay, so he did dishonor the Asami, so that means he's thinking, I can live this turn and I can come back next turn, like win an airing next turn, and this is going to help me win the game
Ooh,
instead. Yeah,
this is rough.
I mean, there could be let's goes from Kai.
It's true, there could be let goes.
He has 10 cards, he's drawn a decent amount. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. He better have two though, because he has the second Wanderer.
Yeah, I mean, it's not unreasonable to suspect he has the double let go. So this is probably going to be the conflict to decide if Djinncito swaps from Dishonor Pressure into... ooh, that's rough.
Now you go water, right? You go the
Yeah, Military Water.
you just bow the yep.
Yeah, this is not necessarily the greatest. Now he once again forces Kai to have conflict characters in order to do anything, really.
Yeah. I mean, if he doesn't have a conflict character like a Sami plus challenger on airing, that's just a straight loss.
Yeah. Unless he has a bunch of attachments he can put on the courtier. What did he actually discard? That has to be the assassinate. Yeah, he did get rid of the assassinate.
He got rid of the assassinate. Yeah.
Yeah, so... yeah,
I think the assassinate is still right, though.
Yeah.
I think that's the right call.
Absolutely. But he could survive if he just have a bunch of attachments to put on the courtier to, be up on political in the conflict and out of stronghold shenanigans.
I guess he just needs like one fan on the courtier.
Yeah, or methods, like Kizuki's methods.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about that card.
It's a good card.
It's a good card. I used to run it.
I know,
but it got dropped. I mean,
yeah, I know Lions that have run it with HMT just to have like more fans because they don't want to have like any poll bodies and they just want to like do the political from the hand sort of like and just do HMT and get rid of the bushes and stuff with the stronghold, and then like whenever they have to make a political attack, they can just drop a bunch of
attachments on and then
get them back. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was actually really good. It's a good card method.
Yeah, I really like method. But I mean, like the conflict deck is so tight right now. It's hard to justify it in.
Oh yeah, that's definitely for sure. Dragon has a really solid conflict deck.
The new children expansion that there might become like hoping.
I barely caught anything of that. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. It's New York City. I don't know what to tell you. My internet's awful. With the new Children of the Empire, that we're going to get a second dragon deck finally.
Oh yeah, maybe.
It'll be really nice.
What do you think it will be? Would it just be like just more dueling stuff rather than monks?
Yeah, I think that if you want to go full dueling, that might be like a legitimate avenue, and at that point, you don't have enough room in your conflict deck to take all the monk good stuff.
Ah. Oh yeah, that's an interesting point. I wonder if it's going to be good enough.
I don't know.
All right,
It
so
have to be very good to beat the monk good stuff.
yeah, it has to be borderline. No, not even borderline. It has to be actually broken.
Really does, yes. Um, it goes a long way for that, as does the dojo.
Yeah. All right, so Kai has realized he's in a bit of a tight spot here, and he's thinking really hard
Yeah,
about how the frig am I going to survive this turn. That's what's
he's
going
a
through his
conflict
head.
character.
Yeah. If he doesn't have a
He needs a
conflict
conflict
character,
character. Yikes! I don't know, because like he needs something to like. Ideally, he attacks and just takes it off the table.
yeah, yeah, that's very true. But yeah, man, even so, this is like he's not just trying to survive this turn, right? Because it's very possible he can survive this turn by just fanning up the courtier and not lose to the uh, Asami stealing honor, right? All right, so he does
He
have an
does.
advantage.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty clutch too.
Oh yeah, that's actually hugely beneficial because now he can't
Yeah.
trigger the honor action on the samurai.
The
Yeah,
rest of Jin sucks, right? It's just a noble sack, and oh, it's a bonsai. So he's probably gonna bonsai here.
yeah, but I imagine there's going to be. We know there's a Daisho in the Dragon player's hand, so he can at least play that, and then he can box, and then he's above again.
Yeah. At least it's not breaking.
Yeah. No, he's actually not above again because that's only. Yeah, that's not enough. So currently, Djinncito is winning and breaking. He
Yeah.
didn't get to honor the Brash Samurai, but hey, you can't get everything you want. Alright, that's a fine
Okay, so he's
katana.
gonna win this conflict. That's cool. That's good.
Yeah, then he can attack with the ambusher for air and not have to worry about dying to Arasami. And that's the Daisho, and now we're going to see the stronghold.
Embouchure feels a little bit bad. Um, it's because now that like that two actually a thing.
Yeah. Well, at least that ambusher is going to be really big next turn as well.
And it's going here to one honor.
Yeah. Oh wow, he doesn't even go for the airing here. That's pretty
He's going
ballsy.
Earth.
That's pretty ballsy.
I don't like that. I
Uh
would have got either.
it's okay though, like because if he gets rid of the last card the Crane player has, and he knows he has a political buff in hand, like the Crane player has board, and that's it. The Crane player only has his board. If he wants to keep on dishonor pressure, he's going to draw one card per turn.
I would rather go Void in that case to the board because then you get rid of the. Okay, good. He went Void. Because I think that Void is fine. You get the two Fate. You get rid of this Tattooed Wanderer and the Brash Samurai. The Challenger. Either one is fine. Um,
I get rid of the Brass Samurai. This Challenger is dishonored. It's a 1-1. Sure, you can pull characters in, and that's annoying, but you're okay with a 1-1 being on the table, I think.
I mean, you have an Investigator out, and it's like a low bid setting, so I can see to like continue keeping that pressure on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's true.
But I think either one is fine. Yeah, and he gets rid of the Challenger.
Okay. Alright, so we actually might be seeing Kai grabbing the favor here as well, because he just needs to defend with his courtier and put a fan on her, and he wins this conflict even.
Yeah.
Going for entrenched. I think we definitely is going to see insta defense from Courtier, insta method or fan or whatever, just to hold. And ooh, okay, that's actually really good. He's up by 1. He avoids the Crane Stronghold. He gets an honor at the end of the turn.
Oh, did it? Yeah.
Oh, I think he disconnected from the game. Alright, you're definitely cutting out again. I think that there's some issues with your internet. Alright, so Mirumoto Kai discards everything and hopes to find something good for the next turn. And let's see what the flop is. We have a Keeper Initiate, a Neaten Adept. As I actually like Neaten Adept. It's a cool card. I know there's a lot of better cards you can have with Dragon Node, but I've always thought Neaten Adept is a pretty neat card.
This Kakira Sani. Like, he just bows Asani right away.
Yeah.
Although this guy's running attachments, so... Oh, sorry, 7 with the Tattooed Wanderers. It could be, but it's still pretty good. Getting another Doji Challenger is really, really good. Although he has a favorable... That's fine.
Yeah. And we're probably going to see a 1-2... Oh! Djinncito abandons the Dishonor plan and slams the 5 bid. He realized he I mean, I can see it because Kai just got too far out of reach.
Yeah.
And now he needs to find stuff that does stuff.
So then Rally is here. So is it Meditations underneath this Cautious Scout?
Yeah, it should be. I can't imagine anything else. Midnight Raid is not a very good card.
It'll be the ultimate troll.
Yeah.
Midnight Raid.
Oh man, I almost forgot that card existed. It's so bad.
Someone ran it against me the other day, and I got rid of my entire hand. And I felt so pissed because he put it on his stronghold. And I was like, who does this? Why did you do this to me?
It's a very gotcha moment, right?
It really is.
I'll hit it. I've hit it on like a military push with Lion when I had like a massive ass board, and I like went in with all my dudes on the stronghold, and he's like, Nitrate. I was like, oh, I have to discard my entire hand. I don't care. I have about 49 military strength on the board. There's no way you're gonna hold this fucking conflict.
So, that's fair.
So I mean, it's no,
I attack with.
It's a bit of a double-edged sword in that situation. Sorry, you're cutting out. It's so hard for me to realize when you start talking and not.
It's okay. I realize it's being annoying. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, the one time I hit it that really actually hurt, I had 3 cards in my hand. One of them was a Void Fist, and the other 2 cards were there to make Void Fist work. And I attacked with 3 characters, so I lost every single card. But I probably deserved it because I was running Void Fist.
It's whatever. Alright, so we do see the Brash Samurai attack here onto the Manicured Gardens, so the Dragon player is going to get another Fate. Interesting to see, like, both players have a lot of Fate floating right now. And we've seen a lot of conflict characters from Kai and not that many from the Crane player.
See the 2 Tattooed Wanderers and a Steward, I think, right?
Yeah, but he also runs Political Rivals, yeah?
Political Rivals, I think. It's 3 Political Rivals.
Right. Alright, so they fixed manually something that happened here. He forgot to trigger
Manicured. Click Manicured Gardens.
Yeah. I just have to keep an eye on that and remind him that he can't click it again if he tries to do it.
Political again? I got Rally. Did you go political void and get rid of the Sasami?
That's not too bad. You could also go political fire again to dishonor the new challenger. That's fine.
True. Void gets you the Keeper Initiate, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you definitely go void then.
Ooh, he drew his last assassination.
Neat.
Oh, damn.
Alright, so he gets rid of the ambusher, the katana goes back to hand. But currently he is winning and he is removing 1 honor from Mirumoto Kai.
And he can't Fury anyone on the board anymore.
No, because all the provinces are poked up. That's why he was so interested in going after Resto as well.
Oh yeah, that makes total sense now. Yep, that's smart.
Alright, that's another like aspect of the game that is completely sort of like forgotten nowadays because
We don't even think about it anymore.
barely anyone plays Fury. It's like Fury actually has a restriction. A glory restriction.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, I totally forgot about that as well. Alright, well, at least all the assassinations are out now.
And I don't think Kai necessarily mind that this province gets broken.
And he doesn't care that he loses Fury. I mean, there's no one there that has like less than 1 glory.
I don't think there's going to be any impactful character the Crane brings in that's going to have less than 2 glory either.
I mean, I guess oh no, even a guess of honor. Is he gonna go void here?
I would go political void.
Void as well. You're Swedish, right?
That is very true. I am Swedish.
Getting my Swedish on not this Monday, but next Monday.
You're getting your Swedish
Sure.
what?
My Swedish passport.
Oh. Why?
I was born in Sweden.
Oh. Neat. I did not know that.
So I need to like redo it.
Oh, that's very nice.
Fine. And going to dishonor the challenger. I think that's smart. I think that's fair.
Yeah, it's a decent line of play. I mean, the void play is perfectly reasonable as well. But in this situation, you can also defend a void push and get the keeper and extra fate from it, potentially. Or it's just open for the next attack.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't defend us.
He might have a political rival, yeah.
Okay, there we go. You put money on the void ring just to sort of bait it.
I mean, yeah, I could see that. He can bow out the challenger easily with the adept if he has any sort of like political attachment, and then he can. Yeah, okay, I can definitely see it's a possibility that he could bait the void ring.
Be pretty sweet.
Yeah. I don't think he can necessarily win this conflict. I think this is probably a bit of a lost cause.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Man, Dragon is so much worse without Void Face.
And Pathfinder's Blade and all that stuff as well.
Yeah. Alright, we do get to see the investigators. We does get to look at the Crane player's hand. And we do know that
Puts it on the water ring.
That's
I guess
fine.
that makes sense.
Water does nothing here, really. He also has to be really careful about Noble Sacrifice here. Simply because the Brash Samurai is bowed and honored already. So, like, a Noble Sacrifice here is a very strong play from the Crane player.
Yeah, I guess I'm wondering what I'm looking for here. For shames, maybe any sort of honor tech would be really neat.
Yeah, I'd get rid of Where the Crane.
To get rid of.
Yeah, Where the Crane court games for shame. Like, either stuff that activates the Noble Sack.
Wow, so really good.
Yeah, he'd probably hit, like, massive gas. Maybe cancels if you want to rely on I don't know. What would you even cancel?
There's nothing to cancel really. It's all just attachments.
I mean, charge maybe, if you wanna charge the Yukuni at some point.
It's true.
But it's not.
Well, Dragon is on. He's running 3 Hiruma ambushers and 3 reprieves. Max is asking in the chat.
I missed it.
The Against the Waves was really good. It was great for charging.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, Phoenix Splash for Dragon in core was really good. I guess there's... I mean, I think it's just so hard for Dragon players to part with Reprieve at this point.
Reprieve is so good. I mean, the latest version of Test is just Reprieves.
Yeah, what did you fit... I'm curious. What did you fit in and what did you throw out? Did you get in... What's her face? Hitomi? And get rid of something like Sumiko?
Goes in. Yeah, you get rid of Sumiko for Hitomi. You get rid of some of the... You mess with some of the numbers and bring them down to 2, and I think you cut an Imperial Storehouse for...
the dojo.
Because the dojo is just amazing.
Yeah, it's basically an extra Retsugo. Who wouldn't like that? Alright.
Right, yeah. Although it's more like a touch... It gives the player the fate.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. I mean, wait, as long as you have Hitomi or Raitsuga on the board, it removes the fate completely anyway.
Wait, is Raitsuga a duelist?
He has a duel!
Oh, but that doesn't mean that he's a... Oh, he is a duelist. Does everything that has a duel... Is everything that has a duel a duelist?
I mean, I would imagine so,
Am I just being
right?
stupid right now? That makes sense. Yeah, okay. That was a stupid question. I'm sorry.
I mean, if he has a duel, why isn't he a duelist? I mean, all right.
Yeah, you're right.
It is entirely possible. I actually had to go check. It is entirely possible that I was in fact wrong, but
I checked Raitsugu as well. Okay, so then with a dojo and Raitsugu, you can get rid of 2 fate. Disgusting.
Or
That's
just
amazing.
or get rid of 1 fate and kill the same character. Alright, so we did see the Crane player's hand, and it was pretty nuts. Banzai, Noble Sack, Voice of Honor, Way of the Crane, and Way of the Crane. He got rid of a Way of the Crane. So we're probably going to see a double Way of the Crane here.
I would imagine so.
It's entirely possible, at least. So Nathan Addett is here, and he can actually bow out either Asami or the Challenger. Which one would you bow out?
Equally the same, right? Like, neither of them, like, really matter. Guess Asami?
I mean, he's going to honor whichever one he didn't... Oh, wow. Alright, so he was trying to bait the bow, and instead he goes, I'll lose the conflict, I don't care. Which is interesting. So Kai gets to keep the Imperial favor. He doesn't lose a province. The Crane player's board is getting pretty nasty though. Now with the rival. Yeah, this
that rival does a lot.
This could be interesting. This game is gonna go on longer than I thought. I thought it was pretty much over a couple of turns ago when Kai was down to solo honor. Oh wow!
I mean, this is pretty good for Dragon.
Yeah, all the assassinates are gone, so you're probably gonna buy like Retsugu and more Swordsmith with a bunch of fate, I guess.
I don't know that you can afford both of them, but
yeah, Retsugu definitely, if that's the case, then.
I feel as though oh, okay, he goes for the Swordsmith. Oh no, he's gonna do both. Okay.
Okay, makes sense.
I think that's good.
Yeah, Retsugu does kind of deserve 3 fate here because Hotaru just entered the board. Oh, I think that Retsugu is going to get voided
Oh,
off.
no, he's just gonna attack Void first.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes
Because
sense.
he gets a keeper anyway.
Yeah, yeah. You are correct, it appears. Oh, wow.
Wow, he goes back to 1 bidding.
Yeah. I can see that with Hotaru. Like, both is down to 5 honor. Like, Hotaru double... I think this is it. For Kai. I think if he goes Void, Djinncito is just gonna let him through and then go in with everything political air on Entrenched, trigger Asami, trigger Hotaru, and win. Unless he clouds both of them, of course.
You don't even need to cloud the political rival, right? Because you can block with the Knight Adept and just insta-bow Hotaru.
I guess, I mean, he could just put an attachment on Hotaru before the conflict.
It's true. It must have been, you hope that it's one of the two. Ravi with 2 Way of the Cranes is going to be bad. It's bad.
Yeah. So... yeah. Voice is online, he can do a bunch of stuff with that. Potentially here, he does have 2 Shigenyas in play, so he could play Cloud of Minds, but the real problems here are Hotaru and Asami. Could potentially just kill his 3 honor that he has left.
And find Cloud of Mind with a Swordsmith. You got an Ornate Fan.
Yeah, he took the honor. Does he actually run Cloud of Mind? I think it would be a huge mistake not to run.
2 Cloud of Minds. Which
only
is
2.
I guess you only have... You have 9 Shugenja though, right? You have the Knight Master, the Maya Mystic, and the Swordsmith.
Knight and Master is in the
Oh,
Shugenya.
and the Doom Shugenja.
Knight and Master is in the Shugenya.
Yeah, you have Yukuni. You have 12 Shugenja, so you should have 3 Cloud of Minds.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised by that as well. There are still definitely characters that are worth clouding in core, like Spirit Caller, Lion's Pride Brawler,
Political Rival,
Hotaru. Hotaru. And less so Hotaru usually.
It's true. So do you just attack air here first?
I think Kai is probably really wanting to do the Void. If he has clouds, I think Void is definitely correct, because then he doesn't have to worry about getting instantly dishonored out.
Although a Hotaru Void Ring would also hurt, because it gets rid of the Investigator and the Swordsmith. Tsugo.
Yeah. So that's why you attack Void yourself first. That's the whole idea behind it.
Makes sense.
Tough choices.
Just poke it with Doom Shigenja, right? And then hold Right Tsugo back for the air ring, because that way he has to political rival the. Because otherwise he just instantly kills
Asami.
Asami.
Yeah, that's true. And that looks like exactly what he's going to do. Poke. Probably military with this Doom Shigenya.
Yeah. Into rally again.
Into rally. And I'd guess that would be a Void Ring.
Void Ring seems good.
Yeah. A Keeper in the discard. Getting rid of either the challenger or the political rival. Oh, he's hesitating.
It's also completely fine to pass, right? And then to see what the counter push gives you, and then poke.
Oh, thank you very much for the bits, Luke. We shall see what's going on here. Yeah, but if you pass now and he goes for the, and he actually goes for the Void Ring with Hotaru himself, that's potentially dangerous. I don't know. It's a bit of a rough spot because we don't know what his hand is. If he hasn't found a single Cloud of Mind, he's actually in a sort of really awkward position here.
Honestly, I'd probably do a mill poke on Void with the Agasha Swordsmith. He's not providing any skill anyway. Okay, so he's doing as well. Because he's just not providing any skill. He's just there for the ability, right?
Yeah. Pretty much. Oh, thank you so much, Mackie, for the bits as well. The glorious 1 bit. I appreciate it.
I don't think that it's my mic. It's my. I think that it's honestly my internet connection.
I don't know how you sound in real life, so I can't really talk about that. I'm guessing that Luke has met you in real life, and that's why he says your mic is awful.
Yeah, we met at Worlds and also
Oh,
Gen Con.
I was at Worlds. I must have missed you. Well, so many people at Worlds. I met so many people.
Yeah, I completely missed you then.
To be
It's
fair,
really waffling.
yes, to be fair, it was a lot of people at Worlds.
Really were. It was really cool. I'm really excited to go back again. Okay, so he's doing air.
Okay, so he is afraid of the just dying to Hotaru Azami combo.
I think that's smart.
I mean, I'm also worried about losing the game when I'm in a bad spot.
Completely reasonable, yeah.
It's also possible he can just defend the Void Ring.
Yeah. The political rival has really hard decisions to make right now.
Oh, no, you definitely just pull rival the Adept, right?
Then you're letting the the Adept, not Raitsugu.
Oh, yeah. And then probably leave Asami out of the fight then, maybe?
That's fair then. I agree with that.
I mean, that's if you want to go the double Void trigger, at least. Alright, so finally, we do have a conflict here. We do have the Swordsmith going in with 1 military skill against the Challenger with 1 military skill. And...
deliberation for a 1-1 conflict.
I mean, it's potentially what's going to win the game, right? Because if any side overcommits or undercommits, it's going to be trouble.
Definitely.
So you probably...
The Ichisami is not going to do much, so I would actually probably get rid of the Adept. You're right. Luke, that's a completely valid point. Well, it also depends. So Luke is saying that Double Void wins the game, but it also depends on those, and if he ran into one of the other reprieves.
Oh yeah,
that'll be bad news.
Alright, I mean, do you see an attempt to fully defend this conflict, actually? We do see a Banzai. I mean, no, he has voice online, so the Dragon player can't counter Banzai.
I'm fine with him. Like, you didn't want to, like, win the air ring. You just wanted to not lose the air ring.
I mean, ideally, you also win the air ring, right? You're definitely you're definitely okay with just taking it off the table, but if you could win it, that would be like, oh, sweet.
Oh, so he's actually going for the win. Okay.
Interesting. He must have a lot of weapons in hand, because I would have put this on Raitsugu.
Ouch.
Oh, that is rough.
Oh, so one of his 2 cards was his 3rd Fury? No, his 2nd Fury. Never mind.
Yeah, that's a bit rough. Yeah, as Luke says in chat, that's 2 swords that's not on Neat and Master or on Raitsugu, which is less than ideal, I feel, sometimes.
After the Banzai, I would not let that conflict go. Not expend it Oh, it's a Tattooed Wanderer on the Night Adept, so he's definitely going to participate.
Yeah, that's a smart play. That's the last Tattooed Wanderer, though.
Yeah. But I mean, this guy has a reprieve on him, so he's going to stay for at least another turn.
I'm actually mistaken. That is not the last Tattooed Wanderer. He still has one left, potentially. Or, I mean, he has one left in his deck, but he...
You're right.
Okay, so... let's see what's...
Then you just covert the Investigator, I guess.
Yeah, if you're gonna go political, you definitely convert the Investigator here.
Spending with the Challenger makes me think that... Be there. Defend with Bonsai or something. Unless he thinks he has the win right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, this is going to be a very interesting conflict regardless, because as you can see also, both of the players are taking a long time thinking about this, because it's potentially Crane, as was pointed out by Maki in chat, if the Crane player managed to win a double fire here, actually that's not going to win the game because there is a reprieve already on the added. Never mind. But even a double void here is potentially super impactful, because he can only reprieve one of them. I guess he just reprieves the Investigator then, but still, it's
100%. Which sucks because you put... Well, I guess you're only...
Yeah, Ancestral Attachment turns out to be pretty good. Especially when you run Neat and Master that can stand itself off for having weapons attached.
This is though. He's putting a lot of fate into this Night Adept.
Yeah. Neat and Adept is a pretty good card though. I mean, right now he is basically bowing whatever tries to attack. So whenever Hotaru goes in for an attack, he's just gonna go, nah, you don't get to do anything.
It is my favorite thing to do with Night. That was my favorite thing to do with Night Adept. Like, Hotaru feels especially nice.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Pete, like, it just sucks when you cloud the mind something with a Night Adept. He's just a lot to invest in.
Yeah.
Obviously really good.
Yeah, you're correct, and you're also cutting out again a lot.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. It's just that if I sometimes respond with something that doesn't seem like it makes sense, it's because I didn't hear everything you said. It's this is a very do or die attack, I feel, for the Crane player. I do feel if the Crane player fails to win this Void Ring, if he brings Hotaru, okay, that's water. With political rival and Asami, I guess that means Raitsugu is going to get converted, which is fine, but that also means Hotaru isn't going to trigger this turn, which is a bit sad, because Hotaru's ability is generally pretty great. And he actually converts the Investigator. I'm guessing he's just okay with losing Asami to Raitsugu duel the first thing that happens. Alright, so he goes in onto entrenched position and with Watering. And are we going to see a defense from Raitsugu and Neat and Adept? Maybe just Raitsugu? Maybe Raitsugu and Doom Shugenya? I don't know. It's a pretty...
Oh.
We will see. I think it's up to Kai here to just select defenders at this point. It's a lot of avenues to think of, really. Do you waste the Neat and Adept now on defending this because Hotaru isn't in the picture anymore to double ring, do you bring in Raitsugu to duel Asami off the board? Or are you just
I think
okay?
you definitely bring in. I think you definitely bring in Raitsugu.
I'm not so sure. I could definitely see Raitsugu attacking instead, trying to duel something off. But it appears that he is going to use Raitsugu, and then I guess he's going to use the Niten Adept for an attack and force.
Well, so he has a fan.
Yeah, I mean, he could just have a fan. It's not entirely unreasonable. But we have seen one of the two cards he drew.
The Gasha Swordsmith got a fan.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, okay. I was more thinking perhaps of the back attack by the Niten Adept. What could happen? Because like the attack is going to be a free win for the Niten Adept. Because Hotaru can't defend unless he has an attachment, and we saw one of the two cards Djinncito drew this turn, so it's not unreasonable to assume he didn't actually find an attachment, so we might see the Adept just walking in and claiming a ring for free when he attacks back. And if he goes in and actually claims the Void Ring, he could just have the Initiate defend the military attack from Hotaru. Because that actually is... Like, he has to attack into... I mean, he can attack militarily into Entrenched, but it's not going to do anything. And if he attacks militarily into Shameful Display, well, presto, you got an Honored Keeper Initiate and a normal Hotaru then. And that's not especially great either.
I don't have a problem. Yeah, well, so Luke is saying that he doesn't. I don't necessarily. This fuck is. But yeah, I don't know.
Alright, so Djinncito plays court games here, and he instantly chooses to dishonor the doomed Shigenya because he's obviously aware of the noble sacrifice still lingering in the Crane player's hand, and he has a couple of worthwhile targets here if you want. If you could get rid of Raitsugu with the savvy politician here, you definitely do it. But he dishonored the doomed Shigenya instead, so that makes sense why he brought two. You can't just defend with Raitsugu. It's a bad spot to be in for noble sacrifice purposes.
It's 3 cards, the Crane and attack.
Alright, so we know actually 2 of the 3 cards. One of them is Noble Sacrifice, one of them is Away the Crane. Actually. So.
What flag?
Alright, let's see. Raitsugu duels off the Kakita Asami. And the Crane player loses 1 honor from this, and this means the Dragon player wins the conflict. I imagine we're going to see the Niten Adept attack here together with the Raitsugu for a Void Ring. No, not Raitsugu, the Investigator. My bad. He's going to probably...
No, I think I would only go with the Niten Adept with the Void Ring into Rally.
I would probably attack with both. I just want to see the Crane player's hand and get rid of something.
Well, I guess that's true. I guess you can basically make sure that the keeper will defend the Doji Hotaru. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but because the Crane player also only has a military conflict left, and you do get out your little keeper initiative. And like I said, like if he attacks with Hotaru militarily onto Entrenched, that's not breaking. And if he attacks militarily with Hotaru onto Shameful, well, that's not breaking. Because
that makes total sense. I agree with that completely. Was 4. It feels as though it was a wasted card. So Luke is saying the court game was only for sure. I guess.
I mean, it's a decent honor pressure. Oh, I think it's a mistake not to bring the Niten Adept here. He should definitely bring the Niten Adept. I don't think it's... I think it's actually wrong not bringing the Niten Adept. That's perhaps not the greatest.
You kind of want to just break, right?
Yeah, you just bring the Nitinada, bow out to Hotaru. Like, if he has a fan in his hand, fine, okay, you save the Hotaru from getting bowed, but...
You're right, Luke. He said he's going to defend this, and he's just not going to get any ring.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, so... We do see... Investigator triggering, and we get to see the 3 cards left in the Crane player's hand. We know 2 of them, Nobosaki and Weird Crane, and we get to see the 3rd one. And that's a very good point from Luke. I completely forgot the Crane player could have gone military fire on the back attack and then still killed off the Raitsugu with a Noble Sack. So yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. So you're definitely getting rid of Weir the Crane, right? He said he had Voice of Honor.
No, he got rid of the Noble Sack. He just wants to not worry about the Noble Sack. That's a bit maybe too defensive play. Maybe. But it is what it is. That's the single noble sacrifice the Crane player runs as well, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that's worth it. Way of the Crane is really good, but...
And he actually won the conflict as well, so he do get to grab a Keeper Initiate.
And you get rid of the rival, right?
Yeah, I believe that's what he did. Still, the Dragon player hasn't gotten breaks. He hasn't gotten the important breaks yet, and he is rapidly running out of time. Really.
I'll have board next turn, though.
Yeah, he does have a good board, but he needs to break stuff. He needs to break stuff now, and he can't allow the Hotaru to win a double air.
Right, because he's going to be at 2, so we're going to see an all-in.
And he can't really do an all-in because he has so much political to defend with. If he had a way to get rid of the Tattooed Wanderer on the Niten Adept, and he could drop another political rival to get the Niten Adept out of this conflict, oh yeah, he for sure should just all-in, but otherwise, I don't know. Oh, he
Definitely,
can...
I don't think that he has a way of getting rid of...
No, he doesn't.
He has no...
He does not. He has no ways of getting rid of attachments. None.
Oh, no. Yeah, he's no longer has any assassinations or any... or his Noble Sack.
Yeah, that's true. Out of time, I don't know. It's going to be a very interesting couple of turns for sure. It's he needs to definitely defend double air from the Crane player. This
is a really good flop for Kai. This
Yeah.
is a really good flop. You couldn't here.
And he dupes the Raitsuga, and he actually buys the Mystic. That makes sense. If the Crane player finds an attachment here, he can just get rid of it with the Mystic and then bow with the Adept. Do you think there's going to be 1-to-1 bid? It is a 1-to-1 bid. Okay.
It has to be, right?
Yeah. So the Storehouse actually allows the Crane player to draw 1 extra card, which is pretty good.
So he's gonna definitely and get rid of the Investigator. So much of this board is leaving.
Yeah, we just don't know actually how much of the Dragon player's board is leaving because we still haven't seen 2 reprieves, and the Swordsmith can dig. The Swordsmith did find another fan though, and added it to the hand. Okay, I imagine...
I don't think you're getting double air this run. I agree with you, Luke. Unless it's like double fan and he doesn't have a let go.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not a double air turn for the Crane. But you do get to do Challenger, Water, Military, pull in Investigator. I would have gone Water.
I wouldn't actually go with the challenger. He just counters with right Sugo and instantly kills you.
Oh yeah, that's true.
His problem now.
Is it too much to defend with the Keeper Initiate as well? Is he afraid of admit defeat?
Oh, he does have 1x admit defeat.
But do you really
That's why he
care here with Retsugu? I mean, this is military onto entrenched.
Yeah, I guess you don't. Bonsais does he have? Because he's used 2 of them, right? Yes, he has 1 bonsai left.
I guess he just really don't want to lose the ring then.
Oh, this is a heavy defense.
No, he leaves the Mystic out. I'd probably leave the Initiate out and keep the Mystic in. The Mystic is just there to get rid of attachments, stopping Neat and Adept from bowing stuff.
Agree with that. Unless he wants to just poke with it.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a very heavy investment in my opinion.
I also think that he should have just gone. I guess he's denying the ring. Honestly.
Yeah. Alright, so instantly duel, instantly dead challenger. Now it feels a bit silly to have defended with that much.
I guess you have board, so it doesn't really matter. Like, it'll be fine.
Yeah, but he also needs to break stuff. He actually, honestly, needs to break stuff. Otherwise, this game is going to be 3 hours long. Oh God! Don't.
I mean, that's 3 core for you.
Don't let
right?
it.
3 core was just like really, really long.
Oh, please don't let this be 3 hours long.
Like an hour.
No, Luke, you're not wrong. Oh.
Do you poke here? Do you poke Mill?
I poke Mill with the Initiate.
Yeah. Oh, he's just going to go with the investigator. That's bold.
Yeah, he finds meditations. That's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'll happily be proven wrong and see that this is nitrate, but I think it's meditations.
It's definitely well, we can check, can't we? Patience.
Okay. He attacks with both? That's...
Seems like an overcommit. But okay. Especially considering this initiate's just going to get instantly bowed.
Yeah. Why is it there? I don't know. I mean, he could just literally treat it as something that gets honored because of this, and then gains 1 honor at the end of the turn.
He's like using it to but who cares?
I mean, the initiate is leaving play this turn. So if he just pays 1 to, I don't know, obviously the Void Ring, right? So he honors the initiate. No, that's actually the investigator. Ah, god damn it. If he just pays 1 to honor the initiate here, that's 1 honor. Like, you just gain that honor, right? And then you're less likely to get double aired from Huntaru at some point and can just eat that. If you think that wins you the game, to just not defend that and attack back instead.
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
You do get to see you get to see the Crane player's hand. Probably we're gonna see a discard of Way of the Crane here, unless he's found a big conflict character again, like the political rival. I get rid of the political rival in that case. That's
Get rid of any conflict character that I see.
yeah, because
Check.
because those are finishers at this point.
Yeah. But otherwise, it's just Way of the Crane.
So
Why though? He has two Voices of Honor. Get rid of the Way of the Crane.
yeah, I don't get
Well,
that.
whatever.
I don't get that at all. Get rid of Way of the Crane and just having council stuff. I guess. I mean, do you
Do you have
see
things worth canceling? Like, it's Dragon.
it's core
Court
dragon.
games? Yeah, it's Core Dragon. Like, half of your deck is attachments.
Maybe he really wants to charge Yukuni.
Oh, does he have a charge? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe he really wants to charge Yukuni.
Well, to be fair, charging your Kuni would be pretty clutch.
Yeah. Also, he has a chance to just discard it with the Earthring here.
Yeah, that's true.
And he did. He did hit the Way of the Crane. Wow.
Okay, well, that's just obviously lucky. That's not.
No. That's the big brain play. You did not
You're right,
see
you're right.
you did not see it because your brain wasn't big enough.
People have said that about me. That's true. Um. Okay, but this double fire ring is gonna hurt.
Oh, Luke has an excellent point. Kai runs mountain does not fall.
Oh, he does. Okay, yeah, he has 2x Mountain doesn't fall.
Yeah, that is that.
Voice of Honor now.
You definitely just bow out Hotaru here, though. Like, first thing you bow out Hotaru. Or actually, you probably... And
Yeah, you bow out Hotaru.
No, you mount Anvil's castle, so you don't get bowed by the Crane Stronghold.
Because that's an Ancestral Dice Show. I forgot about that. Yep, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Even if...
Can you win against these two?
I don't know. Maybe?
You're going to be at a
With Mountain's Anvil...
3.
With Mountain's Anvil, he goes up to 3 plus favor, that's 4 against 5. He's going to bow out Hotaru, like
He does have an Ornate Fan in his hand.
Yeah, but he has a Mia
from
Mystic.
the Swordsmith again.
Yeah, he has a Mia Mystic on the table.
No, I'm saying the dragon has an Ornate Fan as
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's actually enough. Fan
well. That should be enough.
on the Adept is enough, because the Ornate Fan from the Crane player is going to get 100% discarded by the Mystic.
Yeah. You attack with the Swordsmith and you get rid of, and then it's a game.
Yeah. And here we go. Adept bows the Hotaru. And now we're going to see an Ornate Fan onto... Yeah. And now Defender is winning. And
They're putting the fan down if I was Djinncito. Just accept the loss.
I wouldn't put the fan down. I would have forced him to save it for next turn, so he can't get rid of it with a Mystic that's already bowed. He has to use like a Let Go that you could actually cancel.
Agree with that. Attachment at that point.
Yeah.
And now he's going. It was a well played turn by Kai.
A very well played turn. Yeah, I think this was an expertly piloted turn. Let's see if he has any reprieves to save this Kitsuki Investigator. If he has double reprieve, he can save Adept and Investigator, and then I think he just wins next turn.
Yeah, the game is total reprieve. Even if he has one reprieve and he's able to, I think the game is over.
Yeah. He is going to kill off this Hotaru.
And then next, a stacked Yokuni.
Oh yeah, this Yukuni is going to get so stacked.
Oh, and then we see the reprieve. Yeah, this game is over.
Did he have a second reprieve? That's the big question.
That would be clutch. That'd be really nice. No, he doesn't, but it's enough.
He does get two Kitsuki's method back from the Investigator. Wow, that's
the dice show.
That's a real Sherlock Holmes Investigator right there. I never considered that possibility. It's actually a Kitsuki Investigator that is so good with Kitsuki's method. Like, he's just laser focused on finding out the truth, right?
No, he knows exactly what to look for.
Exactly. Alright, so what's under the stronghold? That has to be a entrenched, right?
Yeah, it is entrenched.
So
This is not a good flop for Djinncito, and it is an amazing flop for.
I mean,
Kai.
it's an okay flop if he wants to defend politically, I guess. Alright, and it looks like Djinncito just says, nah, can't do jack diddly squat about this, and concedes. Luke says he spent many years polishing his head and now it reflects the truth. Fantastic.
Well, that was really what came back from quite a deficit.
Oh yeah, 100%. I also think the Crane player might have looked too heavily into trying to make attacks work. Yeah, and I mean the dishonor was close. Like if a few different things would have happened, the dishonor could have been like a real threat. But after that, I think he overcommitted too hard on trying to just win stuff. He should have, instead of like for the previous conflict when he went in with like all three characters and the dragon defended with one neat and added and like, yeah, I win this. If he just pokes with one character instead and still forces the defense, he can defend the counterattack, right? And then they're still equal at this point, at least on breaks.
I agree with that. He was going heavy with his first attack, and then he didn't have much follow up on his second attack. I definitely think that there was a lot of times where he could have just like done a small poke, like you said, and then counterattacked much stronger.
Yeah. Or just realized, all right, this turn I'm not in a excellent spot. Maybe I should just hang back and turtle for a turn and try and build a board state again. I mean, he's definitely up on fate at this point. Again.
Yeah.
So he could have easily found a few impactful characters and played from there.
Well, so he did have both the charge and the mountain doesn't fall. You're right. So then it makes sense to do the voice Luke. Because Luke was saying that he was getting rid of that for charge and mountain.
Yeah.
Doesn't fall. Right. That makes sense then.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Alright, so this was the top 16 game of the Flashback Cup, and we did see Mirumoto Kai prevail as Dragon versus Djinncito's Crane. I have been joined with the, well, to be fair, spotty commentary of Arash Suri. I guess your real name is Mike?
Well, he was saying Mike isn't something that you like.
Oh. Yeah, so he was on about your microphone then, right?
Yeah, he was giving me shit about my microphone, which is completely fair.
It doesn't matter what your real name is. You're Arash Suri now. Thank you so much for joining me and helping me co-cast this. Hopefully, next time this happens, your internet is slightly better. I did see you disconnect a couple of times in the Jigoku chat as well.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening with Stupid, but thank you for putting up with me. This was really fun.
Yeah, it's no problem. Thanks for joining. And thanks everyone that watched and everyone that followed and also donated bits. I appreciate all of it. I'll see you guys next time.